How you doing, everybody? Dave Guingona.
Felicia Purcell.
We are the playoff round one sports ninjas. I still don't know where that comes from. Anyway, hey, the Warriors, what was the score?
113-92.
You know, all that talk about worrying about the Warriors and do they still got it? Maybe their reign is over. You know, it was still the second seed against the seventh seed.
Yeah.
You know, and this is exactly what's supposed to happen.
Exactly.
Blase, 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 blah, blah, blah. You know, we know what we're capable of. You know, I think a lot of people have tended to forget what we're capable of. We know, and we're going to show that.
Warriors got off to a quick start and never looked back.
Yeah. Andre Iguodala started at the point. You know, this week Steph got checked out. You know, they said there's still a little bit to go, and they're going to check him out again in a week. So
Yeah.
we're going to be without Steph for, you know, definitely for this round of the playoffs, huh?
Well, heck, no need to rush him. I mean, we were without him last year, and Kevin Durant did a great job of handling the load.
Yeah, they started Iguodala instead of Steph, and you know, he didn't have to do too much. Clay came up with his 27 points. And,
Wow.
And how much? Durant had 24.
Durant had 24, and Clay had 27.
But the big talk was about JaVale McGee.
What?
You know, a couple years ago, he was
Zaza,
nothing but
who?
he was just a joke to the league.
He was a Shaqtin' the Fool.
Yeah, and now
Candidate.
he's coming up big, and you know, he started out the game with a couple of nice was it two dunks he had
some
early in the
dunks.
game, and
He had fresh legs, that's for sure.
yeah.
JaVale is a great threat at the rim. That might be the best playoff game he's ever played. He was a phenomenal night on both ends.
But I thought JaVale did a good job of just playing solid all night and also finishing.
I was prepared. I was just preparing mentally for LaMarcus, who's an amazing scorer on the offensive player. So that's what it really was.
Steve Kerr was raving about the team's defense, and especially after all the criticism that they had undergone in the past couple weeks.
It's the defense that has been the key for this team for years. So it was important to reestablish that. I thought we did that.
Our intensity was so great tonight, and our focus was there. When those two things are there, when we communicate, we're almost impossible to score on.
You know, it's kind of sad to see this veteran Spurs team, you know, just not performing like they used to.
Overall, they were just so much better in every aspect of the game that we have no shot, even without Clay having a great night like that. So it was a very poor performance.
Without Kawhi Leonard, it really shows. I mean, and it's a little bit more to what I think what everyone's been saying about Kawhi Leonard not being happy in San Antonio and no longer no longer buying the what Popovich is cooking. I think he wants out.
Where do you think he's going to end up?
Ooh, I want to go home to L.A.
Or Cleveland?
Lakers.
Cleveland,
Yeah.
Cleveland might have a spot available
Cleveland may
for
have a
him.
spot.
You know, you never know.
One flight in to L.A. a day, and one flight out. Boy, I heard Teyana Taylor talking about not really having a problem with Iman Shumpert being traded to the Kings because she said it's brutal, the one flight in, one flight out a day.
There go the lights.
Out of Cleveland. And the lights are on. The lights are off, I guess. But yeah, the Spurs they just look hobbled and old right now.
Yeah,
they do.
Well, the fans lived up to their reputation today. They were really pumped, weren't they? Especially after the last couple weeks when the Warriors have looked pretty bad.
Yeah, they were looking pretty bad too. They were looking dull, but it was roarical again in this place. It'll never be quite like how it used to be, but it was loud in here, Dave.
What I don't understand is they give a T-shirt to every single person in here
when they walk in,
and then
on their seats,
and then these guys come out and start throwing T-shirts up into the stands, and you'd think that they were throwing money.
Right, because they're knocking kids out the way. I was watching some pregame stuff, and it takes them 3 hours to lay out all of these seats, to adorn all of these seats with the shirts. 3 whole hours.
Can you imagine having to put a T-shirt on every seat? It's 19,596.
That's it.
Okay, folks. the playoffs are on. This is when the Warriors turn it on, and they look like the Warriors of old.
That we know,
as if we're so jaded that the Warriors of
Isn't
old.
it something how we get so spoiled?
Yeah.
And now we can go back to the days of the Joe Barry Carols when nothing was going on.
Well, they are the
Terry
reigning
Cummings.
champs of the NBA, so
Yeah.
hopefully they'll keep it that way, at least for us, because it's more fun to cover a winning team than it is a losing team.
This is true. And so tip-off is going to be when?
Monday, but what time?
7:30.
Exactly.
Same time.
Are you sure?
Positive.
Not the same time as today. We started
God,
out
no.
real early. Anyway,
No, it's not an ABC game.
who are we? Oh,
I don't
we
think-
are the Sports
Yeah, who are
Ninjas,
we?
forged in fire, the Sports Ninjas. And we'll see you next time.